We're hearing more and more about people who credit gratitude with helping them achieve success. Entrepreneur, angel investor, and best-selling author Mae McCarthy has developed what she calls a 7-step system for using gratitude to set and achieve successful goals. She outlines them in her new book, The Gratitude Formula. Welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me.
What a good idea to sort of boil this down so that, you hear some of these terms, practice gratitude. What does that mean when you break it down to steps, right? But you say gratitude has been an important factor in your own success. Can you tell us more about that?
I sure can. Well, first of all, gratitude is a choice. So many people think, oh, well, if I feel grateful, then I'll be grateful, right? If I feel happy, I'll be grateful. And that's not true. Gratitude is a choice. And when you're grateful for what you have, and when you're grateful for what you want as though you already have it, it tends to multiply what you want and what you're putting your attention on in your life.
Now, is that partly because it for example, I've heard people say, instead of saying I have to go to the grocery store, I say, I'm going to get a chance to make a great meal tonight. I'm going to swing by the store because I want to and get this. It's a whole different mindset that you're in when you look at it that way.
And you're making a choice to be grateful for what you want, which is to make a great meal for your family and your friends and enjoy a healthy meal and have great fellowship. And I mean, come on, you can choose what you want to be grateful for and manifest it. I think it was Oprah Winfrey that said when you're thankful for or grateful for what you have, it tends to multiply.
That's such an interesting concept.
Focus on lack, you're going to have more of that.
And the negativity will multiply. So if somebody's trying to start from the beginning, or maybe even reorient their attitude, I think the 7 steps are really good for us. So let's talk about those. The first one you say is use a daily practice with gratitude. So what does that look like?
A daily practice is to spend time programming your brain for success.
So you're rebooting yourself a bit.
You are spending a very, very small amount of time, 10 to 15 minutes, to write down your goals as though they're already complete with gratitude. So instead of saying, I want to lose 10 pounds, you would say, I'm so grateful that I'm physically fit and trim, toned and energetic. Read those out loud, use your voice to anchor the meaning more fully, and then imagine seeing yourself in that healthy body. And when you do that every single day, your subconscious and intuition are going to point out possibilities that are in alignment with those goals. But if you wake up every morning and let the world program what's important for you, you're going to start to notice more of that.
Right. We're not leaves blowing around in the wind. We do have choices.
We do.
Number 2, create and use powerful goal statements. So you just mentioned that, and saying that that's different than what I've heard before, making them a statement as though it's already there. So
with gratitude.
With gratitude. That's interesting. Choose goals that are right for you, not the goals that others have for you. We can get stuck with this. Tell me about that one.
Right. Sometimes people will ask you to do things, and in an effort to, be appreciated or valued, you'll say yes. But it's not really what you want to do. So if it's not a requirement for your job or for your role in life, let's say as a parent, then you should really evaluate whether or not you're going to get joy out of doing that. And if you're not, think of another way that you could be helpful to them without actually having to say yes. Because what tends to happen when we say yes to people that want us to do something, sometimes if they're not as appreciative as we expect, we get resentful. And when we get resentful or angry, then we start to focus on those emotions, and it increases in our life.
Well, and it starts with us because we've done it to get their thanks. And if we rethink whether we want to do it at all is really a good thing. Recognize that it's your brain's love for you that tries to protect you and put your intuitive messages on mute. Tell me about that. So we're just trying to listen to our inner voice?
Well, this is really interesting because we've arrived at this point in our life with a whole bunch of beliefs and behaviors. We've created it over a lifetime. And our brains remember every single time we've had a goal in the past that we didn't achieve. And it remembers how disappointed we were. So in an effort to protect us, if we have a goal that's bigger than anything we've experienced before or different than anything we've experienced before, our brain, in an effort to try and protect us, won't allow intuitive and subconscious messages to get through because it doesn't It doesn't believe that we think it's possible. So what we need to do is recognize that that happens and then do some things to make what we want familiar and welcome in our lives. And that would be read stories about people that have achieved the kind of success that you want, or go meet them at meetups or in different networking events. Once you start to see how they achieved success, what you'll recognize is if they could do it, I could do it.
And then you can change up that inner monologue.
And that shifts your beliefs. And as soon as your beliefs are shifted, your brain will take those intuitive messages off mute.
Very interesting. You say be patient when waiting for leads. Don't try to force something to happen. Can you give me an example of how that would work?
Sure. So many of us, because we live in an instant gratification society, I mean, if I want something today, I can order it online and it'll be at my door today.
Right.
So we've gotten into
Or at least within 2 days.
yeah. Well, actually, they're actually delivering in a day now.
Today, yeah,
It's crazy.
exactly.
So we're used to that, and we can sometimes get impatient when we want something. So we'll take action, we'll force action to try and make it happen. And what happens sometimes when we do that is we fail. And then we go back into that cycle of our brain trying to protect us. And we have to start all over again with building and shifting our beliefs into possibility.
Interesting. Okay, you say be disciplined in using your success system, even when there's a pullback to an old way of life, so you can realign yourself once again, and discover your purpose to add fuel and passion to your goals and success. So a lot of people have, struggles around this. They've spent their whole lives raising kids, doing a job, whatever. They haven't really thought about purpose. How do you reintroduce the idea of purpose into a life mid-career?
Well, first of all, purpose is the why that you exist, the why that you're here to do what you do. And people have a purpose as well as companies have a purpose. So when you're trying to figure out what your purpose is, you want to ask yourself 3 questions. What did I used to do when I was a kid and I lost hours doing and I had so much fun? What have other people told me that I'm good at doing? And what do I think I'm good at doing? And when you align all 3 of those answers, you're going to see some common phrases and sentences that come up. And from that, you can come up with your purpose. And purpose is so valuable. I mean, I think about Dr. Wayne Dyer, who was just one of the people that I really admired.
Me too.
And he said that when he chased after money, he never had enough. But when he started to live his life on purpose, and his purpose had to do with giving of himself, when he did that, the money just flowed in.
Isn't that interesting?
And that's been my experience as well. And purpose for a business tends to make companies more profitable because employees and all stakeholders get more engaged.
Thank you so much. The book is wonderful and I think very useful for people. We'll put more online about it. We'll be back after this. Thank you so much.